White cheddar potato croquettes. Very, very nice side for any kind of protein that you're serving for dinner. As well, you could use it as a hot hors d'oeuvre during the festive seasons whenever you're having a party. So what I've gone ahead and done is I've peeled some nice gold potatoes and just mashed them up lightly. So I've cooked them in salted boiling water till nice and tender. So kind of like when you're going to make mashed potatoes, but I've just mashed them dry. There's no seasoning, no salt, no pepper, no anything, because we're going to add all that in and it's going to create a beautiful, really nice flavor. So what we want to do is just make sure that it's nicely mashed and mixed up. And the potatoes can be warm. They're a lot easier to work with while they're warm than if they're ice cold in the fridge. And we're going to take a little bit of butter that I've melted in the microwave, 30 seconds. I'm going to just pour that butter right in there. It's going to give it some nice richness. Then I've got one whole egg that I've just mixed up lightly. That's going to help bind everything together. Then I've got 2 egg yolks. That's going to again enhance the richness, flavor, and as well form the potato croquettes a lot better. So we'll add those 2 egg yolks in there. Then I've got some seasoning. Nutmeg, very classic seasoning for any kind of croquette potato dish. I'm going to put a pinch of the nutmeg in there. Try to be a little bit careful. Nutmeg is very, very powerful in flavor and it can overtake the whole complexity of the dish. A little bit of sea salt. That'll help bring out the flavors again. And some fresh cracked pepper. We're just going to mush it up and give it a light mix just to make sure that all the eggs are incorporated in there and the seasoning is even. So kind of looking at that kind of texture, a few turns, it didn't take too long, 30-40 seconds. Now we're going to add the main flavoring components. So I've got some pancetta here, which is a nice Italian cured ham that I've sliced up into cubes. You can get it pre-sliced from your butcher or from the meat slicers at the grocery stores. And I've just fried it lightly in a medium heat frying pan till it became nice and crispy. So we're going to add that pancetta right into our potato. And that is going to add some serious flavor to our potato dish here, to the croquettes. And then one of our star ingredients as well, shredded aged white cheddar. We're going to add that in, and that's going to help bind everything together and give it a beautiful flavor, especially with that Italian pancetta. If you can't find pancetta at your local grocery store, you could use prosciutto, or you could even use a regular household sliced bacon. But please cook the bacon beforehand in the oven to get it nice and crispy. Nice one last little mix to marry all those flavors together. And there you have it. We've got our mix made. And then I've got this really nice scoop, which I'm going to use to make uniform croquettes. You could try and eyeball it with a spoon, but I'd prefer this nice scoop. That way you get a uniform shape every time. So we're going to use our little tray. It doesn't have to be a plastic tray. It can be a regular baking tray. And you don't have to butter it at all because we're going to be freezing these croquettes before we bread them in a breading station. So one nice scoop, just like that. You can see nice and flush. Right on here, just like that. And what you want to do is just take your finger and just roll that croquette and shape it just like that into a nice cylinder. Very, very simple, very easy to do. And this goes right into the freezer. Of course, you would do a whole bunch more, and it goes right in the freezer to solidify. Once we've had the potato croquettes resting in the freezer overnight, they're going to be nice and firm on our tray, and they're going to be really easy to work with. As you can see, as I drop them, they're nice and hard. So now they are ready for our breading station. Just going to move these off to the side, and we're going to bring in a little bit of seasoned flour, so it's a little bit of pinch of salt and pepper in our flour here. Some eggs whisked together to help the flour and eggs coat the final component, which is our nice panko breadcrumbs, double toasted. You can find these at most grocery stores nowadays. It's a very popular ingredient. So what you want to do is take your croquette, roll it in the flour first, give it a little tap on the side just to get the excess flour off. Another little roll into the egg wash, and then third, right into the panko. A nice, beautiful crust. Don't be shy to pack the crust on a little bit. Again, these are frozen, so they're easy to work with, and they still keep their nice shapes. And then you have a beautiful crunchy cylinder just like this. You could bake these in the oven at 375, uncovered on parchment paper with a baking tray for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. Check after 15 to see if they're golden brown. If they're not golden brown, you want to get them to that nice golden crunchy color, so it could be up to 20 minutes. 375 Fahrenheit. Visit AGCOBlueflameKitchen.com for more tips.